Alpine Butterfly Bend. Hello everybody, here we go again. Another knot that Johnny's learnt, but this one was easy. A very, very easy knot because I previously learnt how to tie the Alpine Butterfly Loop, and this is as close as you can get to that. This is the Alpine Butterfly Bend, and if I go here, you can see here is the Alpine Butterfly Loop, and the only difference between the two is obviously there. These two are two different ropes, where this is actually a loop put into a rope. And the idea of this is that you can tie the Alpine Butterfly Bend in exactly the same way as you tie the Alpine Butterfly Loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you three different ways of tying the Alpine Butterfly Bend. That's a long word, Alpine Butterfly Bend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you three different ways of tying this, and I'll start off with what I consider the hardest way and work up to the easiest way. So anyway, let me untie this and I'll see you on the other side for the Alpine Butterfly Bend. So let's get knotting. Right, so here we have the two working ends of two different ropes. And the first thing that I'm going to do to tie, this is the first method. There's three methods of tying this that I found. In fact, I found four methods, and the fourth method was so complicated I gave up and couldn't even be bothered. So anyway, I'm going to show you three different ways, and this personally I think is the hardest way, but some of you might prefer this way, so let's show this one anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the right hand lead and pass it over my hand like so. So you can see now it's crossing over my hand. The next thing that I do is take the left hand lead and pass it over the top so I get a cross in the middle of my hand like so, and just hold them in place like that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take the working end of the red one, take it all the way around the back like so, take it all the way around the back, and then bring it up underneath where they both cross over like so. The next thing I do is I take the yellow one, I take it all the way around the back, make sure it goes over itself here, then it goes underneath everything, so it goes underneath everything there, and then runs parallel with this one here. So as I tuck it under, there we go, and we now have the two ends parallel. I can now take my hand out and just gently pull up on the cords, and as I pull up you will see that the butterfly bend starts to form, and there we go, we now have the butterfly bend. And I can pull that up a lot tighter, but I want you to see the shape. You can easily recognize this. It's nice and parallel with these two lines there. It's got like two wings at that point there, and when you turn it over it looks good as well. And so that is the butterfly bend. That's the first way of tying it. So what I'm going to do now is I'll undo this, and then I'll show you a second way, and an easier way as far as I'm concerned. So as you can see, I've got my two working ends here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is get my first working end and just go put a loop in it like so, so that we end up with the letter B. So you can see here there is going down underneath itself, round and over. So that's the working end, that's the standing end at this point here. So that's my letter B there. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my yellow lead through that one like so. So pass it through that one like so, and then the next thing that I'm going to do is tie the letter, or not tie the letter B, but put the letter D in there. So you can see I'm just passing the cordage through like so, and there we have it. I now have the letter B and the letter D interlocking at this point here. So now that I've done that, the next thing I do is I get hold of both my loops like so, and I push them together. So the B and the D are pushed together, and then from the back side get my working end of my right hand one, doesn't matter which one you'd put first, and tuck it down through that B and D loop. Then take the left hand rope, pass it down through the B and D rope like so, and then get hold of my two working ends, pull up gently, and you'll see now that we have now once again, pull that up tight, created the butterfly bend. So there we have it. That is the second way. And now let me untie this and I'll show you the third way of tying this knot. And to be honest, it's my favourite way because it's also the way that I tie the butterfly loop. So this is going to be the next version. Right, so here we have our 2 leads again. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to take the cord over my hand like so. So let me put that in camera view for you. I'm going to take the cord over my hand like so and just put it a loop round once. So my working end is going over the palm of my hand like so. I'm now going to get my yellow lead and I'm going to offer it up next to the standing end there, offer it up next to that standing end and then pull it through like so. Once I've done that, I then go underneath and I pull my 2 working ends through like so. So I've gone underneath, pull my 2 working ends through like so, and the next thing I do is I take it over the left, over both the standing ends, then underneath both the standing ends like so, and gently pull up on my cordage, and you'll see here now my butterfly bend has come into play. And you can see there, very beautiful, very simple knot, and to be honest, that is my favourite way of tying it because when I tie the Alpine Butterfly Loop itself, I do exactly the same here, except I just get that middle one, bring it over both, under, like so, and there we have it. 1 Alpine Butterfly Loop and 1 Alpine Butterfly Bend. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, if you hated it, loads of that, but please leave me a comment, and if you're a climber, tell me if you use these particular bends and when you've used them. And from what I understand is this particular knot is very popular within the climbing fraternity because it is so similar to the Alpine Butterfly Loop. The Alpine Butterfly Bend are exactly the same with the exception of obviously one's got a loop and one's joining 2 ropes together. So once again, thanks for watching and see you again next time. Bye bye.